see a horse fly, a horse fly, a horse fly? Did you ever see a horse fly, a horse fly, fly, fly? Did you ever see a boardwalk, a boardwalk, a boardwalk? Did you ever see a boardwalk, a boardwalk, walk, walk? Did you ever see a shoelace, a shoelace, a shoelace? Did you ever see a shoelace, a shoelace, lace, lace? Do your ears hang low? Do they waggle to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them o'er your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Do your ears stick out? Can you waggle them about? Can you flap them up and down as you fly around the town? Can you shut them up for shore when you hear an awful bore? Do your ears stick out? Do your ears stand high? Do they reach up to the sky? Do they hang down when they're wet? Do they stand up when they're dry? Can you semaphore your neighbor with the minimum of labor? Do your ears stand high? Do your ears hang low? Do they waggle to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them o'er your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Eensy-weensy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the eensy-weensy spider went up the spout again. The eensy-weensy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the eensy-weensy spider went up the spout again. The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell. The farmer takes a wife, the farmer takes a wife. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer takes a wife. The wife takes a child, the wife takes a child. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the wife takes a child. The child takes a nurse, the child takes a nurse. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the child takes a nurse. The nurse takes a cow, the nurse takes a cow. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the nurse takes a cow. The cow takes a dog, the cow takes a dog. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the cow takes a dog. The dog takes a cat, the dog takes a cat. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the dog takes a cat. The cat takes a rat, the cat takes a rat. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the cat takes a rat. The rat takes the cheese, the rat takes the cheese. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the rat takes the cheese. The cheese stands alone, the cheese stands alone. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the cheese stands alone. Frog went a-courting and he did right, Frog went a-courting and he did right, Frog went a-courting and he did right, with sword and pistol by his side, Well, he rode right up to Miss Mouse's door, He rode right up to Miss Mouse's door, He rode right up to Miss Mouse's door, gave 3 loud raps and a very big roar, Said he, Miss Mouse, are you within, Said he, Miss Mouse, are you within? Said he, Miss Mouse, are you within? Yes, kind sir, I sit and spin. He took Miss Mousie on his knee. Took Miss Mousie on his knee. Took Miss Mousie on his knee. Said, Miss Mousie, will you marry me? Without my Uncle Rat's consent, Without my Uncle Rat's consent, Without my Uncle Rat's consent, I wouldn't marry the president, Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides, Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides, Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides to think his niece would be a bride, Uncle Rat went running downtown, Uncle Rat went running downtown, Uncle Rat went running downtown to buy his niece a wedding gown, Where shall the wedding supper be? Oh, where shall the wedding supper be? Where shall the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in a hollow tree. What should the wedding supper be? What should the wedding supper be? What should the wedding supper be? Fried mosquito and a black-eyed pea. Well, first to come in was a flying moth. First to come in was a flying moth. First to come in was a flying moth. She laid out the tablecloth. Next to come in was a Junie bug. Next to come in was a Junie bug. Next to come in was a Junie bug. She brought the water jug. Next to come in was a bumblebee. Oh, next to come in was a bumblebee. Next to come in was a bumblebee. Sat mosquito on his knee. And next to come in was a broken black flea. Next to come in was a broken black flea. Next to come in was a broken black flea. Danced a jig with the bumblebee. Next to come in was Mrs. Cow. Next to come in was Mrs. Cow. Next to come in was Mrs. Cow. She tried to dance, but she didn't know how. Next to come in was a little black tick. Next to come in was a little black tick. Next to come in was a little black tick. She ate so much she made us sick. Next to come in was a big black snake. Next to come in was a big black snake. Next to come in was a big black snake. Ate up all of that wedding cake. Next to come in was the old gray cat. Next to come in was the old gray cat. Next to come in was the old gray cat. Swallowed the mouse and ate up the rat. Mr. Frog went a-hopping up over the brook. Mr. Frog went a-hopping up over the brook. Mr. Frog went a-hopping up over the brook. A lily white duck come and swallow him up. A little piece of cornbread laying on a shelf. A little piece of cornbread laying on a shelf. A little piece of cornbread laying on a shelf. If you want any more, you can sing it yourself. Uh-huh.